Hey VC, what's going on? It's me, Will, and I am back with a new video, and this is gonna be my newest punk rock vinyl update. I have here a stack of records to show you that I got in the last few weeks or so. I got some new stuff, some older stuff as well, but they're all punk rock records, so let's go ahead and check it out. And let's get started with this brand new record. This record just came out a few weeks ago, and this is the newest album by the Washington DC punk band called Priests. And this is their newest album called Nothing Feels Natural, and it just came out in 2017 on Sister Polygon Records. And there's the cover with a picture of the band, and in the back with a track list. And I had to buy this directly from Sister Polygon on their website because it was really hard to find either online in other retailers or on record stores as well. It came with this nice insert with the lyrics and some additional pictures. It also came in with the download code, which I already used, and the record itself came in on just regular black vinyl with the Sister Polygon Records labels. And I actually don't want to say too much about this record because this record's still growing on me. I've listened to it a few times, and the more I listen to it, the more I like it. And I want to make I'm going to try to make a full video on a review of this record because what I hear so far is really good. And like I said before, definitely a grower, so I want to give it a few more listens before I actually give my actual review on this new record by Priests. But I would say if you like bands, if you're into punk rock, or you also like more, I would say, experimental rock like Sonic Youth, you will definitely like Priests. I will highly recommend that you check them out. High energy punk rock with, like I said before, mixed with a lot of experimental rock music, heavily influenced with bands like Sonic Youth. So highly recommend to check it out. Again, Priests with Nothing Feels Natural. Let's actually go ahead and check out a short clip from my favorite song in this album. This one's called Pink White House. Alright, so that was some really good stuff from the DC punk band Priests. And by the way, this band is on tour right now in the US, so if they're coming to a city near you, I highly recommend that you check out their shows because I've heard some really good things about their concerts. And they will be coming to Atlanta in the next few weeks. I'll definitely go to that show and I'll report back what I think about their concert. And speaking of concerts, my next record to show you is the first live album by SLEATER-KINNEY. And this one's called Live in Paris, and it came out just a few weeks ago also, in 2017 on Sub Pop Records. And by the way, the packaging in this record is very, very minimalistic. You don't really get that much. Actually, the only reason why I know that this record came out on Sub Pop is because I went online. I went on Discogs and I found it out, because this it doesn't say anything about the recording. It just has some cool pictures of the band playing live in Paris, as you can see there, and the track list. And some information, but it just says one sentence that says recorded live in March 2015 in Paris, France, and it doesn't say anything else at all. Very minimalistic packaging. Usually you get some kind of information here in the spine. It doesn't say anything, and I wonder if they did it on purpose, just to keep the price low or something, because it was very inexpensive. It was like 16 bucks for the vinyl record. And I don't know if you can see it there. This is basically just like a white cardboard sleeve, and it looks like they printed the cover on a sticker and they just pasted it on top of the regular cardboard sleeve. And like I said, there's nothing here in the spine. Doesn't really say anything at all. And they did the same thing in the back. I thought that was kind of interesting that they did that. I actually wouldn't mind paying a few more dollars for a little bit more packaging or more information about the recording itself, but I can't blame them. It's a good price for a vinyl record. And the version that I just got it on Amazon. It was the standard black vinyl, and with the also very minimalistic labels. Just doesn't have anything. It just says SLEATER-KINNEY Live in Paris. But I can't complain. The recording in this live record is excellent. You barely even hear the audience screaming when they're playing the music. Fantastic pressing, great performance by SLEATER-KINNEY. Perhaps one of the best live bands around currently in the music world right now. Fantastic record. Check him out again, SLEATER-KINNEY with Live in Paris. Let's actually go ahead and check out a short clip from the live record. Alright, so up next I also picked up, this is a record store pickup, and this is almost a blind buy for me because I knew a lot about White Flag, but I really haven't paid too much attention to their music itself. And this is a compilation album from Germany called T is for 20, and it came out in 2002 on SOUNDFLAT Records. Again, a German release of the compilation album by White Flag. The only thing that I really knew about White Flag is that they've had a ton of different band members, and two of those band members were Kim Shattuck and Ronnie Barnett from the Muffs, which I'm a huge fan of the Muffs, and so I had to pick this one up because it looks like a really cool compilation with tons of songs. I think it's to commemorate the 20-year anniversary of the band, but it has some information there in the back about the band members and the producers of the songs. And I don't know if you can see there the picture of the band members too. And what's really cool about this is that this record was used, and it also came in with the cool poster, a fairly decent sized poster of the, I guess these are all the past and current band members of White Flag. I'm not really sure, but I don't know if you can see there, but right there you see Kim Shattuck of the Muffs. I'm a huge fan of her. And in the back you also see Ronnie Barnett, also of the Muffs. Cool band picture there, and it says T is for 20. And in the back you get in the back of the poster you get a lot of pictures of the band members, past and present, I would think. And it has a lot of text. It has like the history of the band, and as well as all the explanation of all the songs that they have here in this compilation. So very cool read, very funny read as well, and very interesting record here by White Flag. A great introduction for me for White Flag because I've heard, I guess I have heard some of their songs from other compilations, but I wasn't 100% familiar with their music, and I do like it. Pop punk, right up my alley, and it came in on just regular black vinyl with I would say these are custom labels. I don't know, they made it look like the old Apple labels. And there you go, White Flag with T is for 20. Very cool release out of Germany. Glad to add it to the collection. Alright, up next, this is a couple of records that I picked up from eBay. I am trying to build my original presses of Ramones record, and although this is not a full like an official Ramones album, it is I guess considered almost like a halfway Ramones album, because the first half of the record is almost all Ramones songs. And this is the soundtrack for the movie Rock and Roll High School, and this one came out originally in 1979 on SIRE Records. It's a really cool picture of the poster of the movie with the band, and in the back you get another very small picture of the band with the lead character in the movie Rock and Roll High School, and the track list as well. So like I said, in side one you get Rock and Roll High School, I Want You Around, Come On Let's Go, all by the Ramones, and you get a Ramones medley, which has Blitzkrieg Bob, Teenage Lobotomy, California Sun, Pinhead, and She's the One. And so very cool medley, very cool side one overall. And you get some extra songs also from Nick Lowe, from PJ Souls, which is the lead character in the movie as well, or the lead actress in the movie. You get some songs from Devo, from Chuck Berry, from Alice Cooper in Side B. So a very cool compilation. Glad to add it again to my Ramones collection, even though it's I guess it's considered a various artist compilation. And it came in on just the classic SIRE record labels on black vinyl. So I was glad to add it again to my Ramones collection. And another record that I also added to my Ramones collection out of eBay is an original press of End of the Century. I did have this record before on a repress that came out a few years ago. I found it for a really good price on an original press, so I decided to give it a shot. Great condition. And this is Ramones with End of the Century, by the way. It came out in 1980 on SIRE Records as well. And there's the back. Like I said, in fantastic condition. Came also with the original inner sleeve with a picture of the band and the lyrics, and the record itself also on black vinyl with the SIRE record labels. I would say this is I still consider it an underrated album because it has a lot of really great Ramones songs in there. Even though it's considered, well, I think a lot of the fans didn't like it at all. This is the infamous album that was produced by Phil Spector back in the 1980, and it also has that really famous story where apparently Phil Spector pulled a gun onto Johnny Ramone when he was recording some of the guitar riffs of one of the songs. So this is the record that came out of that story. But I honestly think that it's a pretty good album, even though a lot of people didn't like it. It has a lot of great Ramones songs like Do You Remember Rock and Roll Radio, Chinese Rock, The Return of Jackie and Judy, Let's Go, Baby I Love You, which is one of my favorite Ramones song. The lyrics, I think they're written by Joey Ramone, are just amazing. And Rock and Roll High School again, and High Risk Insurance. Great songs by the Ramones. I still do think that this is an underrated album by the Ramones. So glad again to add the original press to my collection. And also I picked up, I guess this is a newer kind of release. If you have been following my videos, you might remember that my #1 album of last year in 2016 was the newest album by Savages, and I'm still kind of new at their music. I have heard their previous music or their previous album before, but not. I haven't really paid that much attention to their older material, so I decided to buy this one. This is their first record by Savages, and it's called Silence Yourself. And this one came out in 2013 on Matador Records. And there's the cover with the track, or some text or a poem, a picture of the band, and in the back you get the track list. Came in with a nice inner sleeve with all the lyrics. And also came in with the download code and the record itself on black vinyl with the custom labels. Very good record. I still do think that their newest album, Adore Life, is a little bit better than this one. I may need to give it a few more listens because I think this is another album that is really a grower on you. The more I listen to it, the more I like it. Let's actually go ahead and check out a short clip from one of the songs in Silence Yourself. Let's go ahead and check it out. Alright then, last but not least, I wanted to show you the newest reissue of a record that in my opinion, is considered a modern classic. It's just a fantastic album. This is the newest reissue of Get Better by the New York band Lemuria. And this is the 10th anniversary edition of the album. Originally came out in 2007. This is the 10th anniversary reissue that came out just a few weeks ago in 2017 on Asian Man Records. And in case you're familiar with this album, the original press or the original cover of the album looks completely different. I actually have a copy here of the original press, and as you can see, they completely changed the artwork of the original press compared to the 10th anniversary reissue. Not sure why they decided to do that. I really like the cover in the original one, but this one's cool too. And they also added gatefold in this one. Really cool looking gatefold with some additional artwork and the lyrics. And they really did a kick-ass job at the packaging in this special edition of the reissue. It came in on regular black vinyl with the custom labels, but it also came in with a nice 7-inch single, an extra 7-inch single that didn't come in with the original press, I believe. And you get a couple of songs here. You get Raise the Germ and Big Gold Adults. Really, really good songs. I guess B-sides from the original recording of Get Better. And what's cool is that both of the songs in the 7-inch single came in on one side. I don't know if you can see the grooves there. And then the back side is completely, there has no grooves. So a single-sided single for the special edition of Get Better. And it also came in with a really nice poster. With the picture here, or some of the artwork from the packaging, and it says Get Better. In the top I think it says 10th anniversary edition. And they're coming over, they're on tour right now. They'll be coming to Atlanta in the next few weeks. I already got tickets, and I'm definitely gonna try to get this poster signed. But yeah, about the record, if you have been following my videos, you probably know that I always recommend Lemuria. I've showed the records before many times. I think I have all of the records on vinyl. Fantastic indie rock band with pop punk influences out of New York State. This album, in my opinion, is their best by them. This is when they were right in their peak. The songwriting is excellent. The music is very, very catchy. It's, in my opinion, it's probably one of the best pop punk albums out there right now in the, I guess in the last few decades, I would say. Highly recommend that you check out this album by Lemuria. Again, this one's called Get Better. And like I said, they're going on tour in the US, so make sure that you check them out if they come to a city near you. And let's actually go ahead and check out a short clip from one of the songs from Get Better. This one's called Pants. Alright VC, so that's all I have to show you for today. I'm gonna be back in the next few days. I'm gonna try to make a concert review video of some of the concerts that I've been going to in the last few weeks or so. But anyway, stay tuned for that. Thank you for watching and take care. Bye bye.